Hello guys, my name is Shivam Sharma and in this video I'll be sharing few of the most important tips which will help you in increasing your band score in the IELTS writing task. So let's get started. Tip number 1. Don't directly start the answer by giving your point of view or giving your judgment statement, basically your stand like you agree or disagree. The best format to write the writing task is, first of all, in the introductory part, use a journal statement line. For example, if a question appears on child labor, so write 1 or 2 lines on labor, basically on child labor, and then paraphrase the question, and thirdly give your stand like you agree or disagree with the statement as per the question requirements. So this is the best format to write the intro part of the writing task 2, and then the BP1, the body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and in the end a conclusion paragraph. Conclusion part is the most important part of the writing task 2. Even if you got 1 minute at the end of your IELTS exam paper, write at least 1 line, but conclusion is most important. Don't skip that conclusion paragraph. Tip number 2. Use the PEP method. Confused? Let me explain. PEP means P. P means point. First of all, write down a point, then explain that point, give an example related to that point, and then write the another point. This is the best way in which you can conclude your point of views in the IELTS writing test, and this will definitely increase your band score, and this is the most effective way to write a writing task 2. Tip number 3. Avoid repetition of words. There are various words in the writing task 1 and 2 which are most oftenly repeated. So I suggest you to use synonyms instead of repeating that words, because repetition will cause a negative impact on your band score. So use synonyms. Tip number 4. Avoid using short forms and abbreviations. Don't use abbreviations in the IELTS writing task, even task 1 or task 2, and avoid using short forms like don't, won't, haven't. This will create a negative impact on your band score. Tip number 5. Stick to the point and don't over-explain. Over-explaining of any point will cause you a decrease in your band score. So don't over-explain any line. For example, you have a particular line, just complete it within 2 or 3 lines and give an example and move further to the next point. This is the best strategy to write the writing task 2. Tip number 6. Avoid using words which contains very. For example, very difficult task, very big house. This type of words are very common and this will not create an impact on your writing task 2. So there are various alternatives of these kinds of words and I will make a separate video on this, don't worry. Well, for example, instead of very serious, you can write grave, and instead of very difficult, you can write arduous. So these are few of the words which you can replace. So this will help you in increasing your band score. Let's move on to the next step. So the next step is use a range of connectors. Connectors will definitely help you in increasing your band score, not even in the writing task, but in the speaking task too. And don't worry, I will create a separate video on this and a list of all the connectors which can be used in the IELTS writing as well as speaking task. So use a range of connectors. And the next step is related to your word limit. Don't overwrite. Yeah, I suggest you to write within a word limit of 280 to maximum 300 words. I personally suggest you to don't write over 280 words. And the more you write, the more mistakes you make. As simple as that. So avoid overwriting. So the next step is your vocabulary. Use a very strong vocabulary in your writing task 2 if you want to get a higher band score. And use the similar words which have the same meaning but look more complex. So this is one of the trick which will enhance your band score. So my last tip is don't start the line by using words like there, it and the. This look very common and most of people are starting their answers by using these words. So if you have to look a little different in your writing task to avoid using these words. So I hope these tips will help you in increasing your IELTS band score in the writing task, and practice more and more. And if you have any kind of doubt, you can tell me in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video.